Hey there, this is Newbies, and welcome back to this series about Mario Kart Tour, giving you tips and tricks, overall strategy, and gameplay walkthroughs for Mario Kart Tour. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Now, it has been said that the gameplay in Mario Kart Tour offers too simple a user experience due to the mobile user interface. And while this is partly true, I think the game has tried to address this issue in a very clever way. I was used to previous editions of Mario Kart being based on skill, rewarding players for proper steering and drifting, and sound battle mechanics. But in Mario Kart Tour, it at first seemed like this was no longer the case. When I ran into a wall, or a course obstacle, or even if I tried to run off a ledge, this most often seemed to result in little to no penalty to the player. The battle mechanics seemed more simplistic as well, and there was something that felt off about the way that items registered hits with the other AI players. I now understand why this is the case, and it is also related to the fact that Mario Kart Tour ranking is a point-based system. We will get to that in a minute. So the way Nintendo designed the game was clever in the sense that they simplified gameplay in some ways for steering and combat, knowing that it would be more difficult to play on mobile. But they re-added a certain level of skill by introducing the combo system, which still requires the player to achieve a correct and rapid succession of moves over the course of an entire race. A little bit about the gameplay control essentials, and you can skip ahead if you're just interested in the strategy. So there are only 4 controls in the game, including sending an item forward, backwards, and steering or drifting left and right. There's 6 total interactions if you include the item ticket and the rear view mirror. But by introducing the combo system, Nintendo has resolved this by putting a lot more emphasis on proper timing. And to make it even more interesting, for most players, there's an added element of variability in that timing depending on which gliders you have and how upgraded they are for each course, forcing you as a player to constantly tweak your timing. First, you will need to deactivate smart steering in order to properly drift. I have heard and believed, but not tried, that on certain devices, using the gyro can be helpful. This allows you to steer by tilting your phone rather than swiping on its screen. It does help to have fewer actions to tap on screen. And indeed, after prolonged gameplay, it's not very pleasant constantly jamming that screen to steer. The other very important option to reach a high level is to deactivate the auto-use item, which means you'll have to manually activate an item to use it. It does add a bit to your workload, but at a high level, this option is essential for proper item management. This will allow you to save and discard items as needed in order to have the right items to prolong a combo streak when you get to a more difficult section of the track. There is another advanced technique related to this. I haven't had to use this technique much yet, but will definitely use it more in the future. I suspect it can greatly help to increase your score on the difficult tracks. This technique consists in using item tickets mid-race to avoid losing a combo streak when you reach a particularly tricky section of the track. I think Nintendo may have deliberately included this feature in order to help both free-to-play and paying players to compensate for portions of the track where they can't make up a combo. So although it seems like quite a few item tickets are given out at the beginning of the game, it's only about 1 per course, and then there is only a limited amount you can get per day. So it is a good idea to wait until you have a proper understanding of a course before using an item ticket on it, and using them during the correct high score run. So that does it. If you'd like to learn all about the general strategy and tips for Mario Kart Tour, make sure you check out the full gameplay and strategy guide. And if you like this type of video and would like to see more, please leave a comment and hit that subscribe button.